All right, now, youngins, sit around and listen to a tale of a young, handsome warrior fella, a hero of his time, a scholar, a hunter, an archaeologist, and a sly criminal.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special session of Journey to Ragnarok. We do not have your regularly scheduled program, as we are going to delve into the past of one of our very beloved characters, one Mr. Ezekiel Marduk, and his origins of delving through temples and ruins devoted to the gods, which is where we're going to immediately pick up. Ezekiel, you have found yourself in the land of the giants. You have found yourself in Jotunheim, where you step out of your tent in the frosty cold. You have a fire blaring, and you are with your trio of adventuring parties looking for your next temple.
All right. I put on my hat. I sound a little younger because I am by a couple of years, a couple dwarven years. My luscious brown hair still receding, the same exact spot it is when I get older, but I don't know that yet. Looking around. Well, I remember most of y'all. Who wants some soup?
Yeah, I will have the soup.
I will also have the soup.
I'll make some soup.
Sorry, could you repeat that? You're a little gravelly back there, son.
I'll take some soup.
Ah, there you go. All right. Some soup for all y'all. I think you need it more than any of us. All right, so I'll get to making us some soup with plenty of meat because I'm young and strong and healthy enough to eat it. And I will attempt to make.
I don't know why you would say such a thing.
It
sounds like some very strange foreshadowing.
Did I say that out loud? I apologize. I've been doing that lately. I'll start making some soup just to start off, and I think I'll make a little survival check. That's all right.
While he is making soup, shall we learn about the adventuring party? Who would like to go first? Who is in Ezekiel's adventuring party here, back in the days of a much younger and, according to himself, handsomer Ezekiel?
I can go first. So I am playing, instead of Tobias, I am playing Ferox Flintstone, who is a wizard. That's kind of he's kind of paranoid. He's pretty sure that there's always something out there just waiting to get him, which, I mean, I guess in some respects isn't wrong, but if he could walk this entire world in bubble wrap, he totally would. He doesn't wear any armor because he's not strong enough to.
Wonderful.
One of the other members of the adventuring party is actually quite the opposite. He is wearing chainmail armor. He is a short, very stocky Duragard. He's actually got two weapons on him. One is a great axe, and the other one is a maul, which is definitely big for his short stature. But this is Gelmir, and he has been around for quite some time and has always enjoyed the antics of Ezekiel, but him getting out and about is not very common because he tends to work down in the mines, actually looking and digging and mining for the components that most of the creation dwarves use. He never really took to the creativity and decided to take to the job of actually mining all the goods. So it's worked out in his favor for a very long time.
And last but not least, the last member of the adventure party.
The last member is Brenda, the very tall Goliath from Jotunheim. Where in Jotunheim? I don't know Jotunheim. Brenda has spent the last. But Brenda's been back in Jotunheim for a few years, but had spent a while in Midgard. And Brenda always wanted to be a Valkyrie, but couldn't. And so she thought the next best thing would be to follow Valkyries and follow their tenets the best she could as a paladin. And so she is a paladin paladin of conquest, whose oath is to some Valkyries, because she just wants to be just like them. She's just wants to be big and smashy, and that's all she wants in life. Big and smash.
Wonderful. And as Ezekiel, in the back of his mind, as he's making soup, recalls all the members of
Who
his
the hell are these people?
adventuring party, you're able to hand out the soup on this cold, dark night.
All right, here you are, Brenda. Here you are, Ferrex. And, of course, how could I forget you? Come here. Yeah, there we go. You all people that I would totally recognize. What an adventure we've been on. This reminds me last time I was in Jotunheim, much of my even younger, more rambunctious years. Yeah. Did I tell you that I fell a giant not too far from here? Me soloing a giant, went with a group of people much like yourselves. The rest of them didn't make it.
Were we part of this adventuring party? Did this just happen?
100%, right?
I
Did
want
this just happen like earlier that day?
I want everyone to roll me a D100.
Okay.
What?
Whoa.
Ezekiel,
Yes.
D100.
Oh,
Come on, roll a 90 also.
of course, yeah. I didn't realize I was part of the D100 crowd.
Okay. So, Ezekiel,
Yes, of course.
you've spent the past couple of years going from temple to temple, looking for who knows what. Ferox and Brenda are more newer additions to the crew. After your last crew, whoever they may be, valiantly got crushed under the foot of a Jotun, which Galmir was there for. And it was a party full of dwarves. You were able to get some of your kin to leave Niflheim with you, or Nidavellir with you, and it turns out they probably should have stuck to the forge because they died almost immediately, and you are the only two survivors.
I knew those boys went up for the hunt. Shame I was the only survivor. I'll remember them well. Freddy and Bob.
It was Brock, but you're close enough.
Oh, were you there? You were there? You were there, right?
Yeah, I had to
course you
dig
were
my way
there.
out of the giant. You probably don't remember that.
You guys hear a screech in the distance, like an eagle's caw. Oh, Pocket! And I'll raise my arm up, and coming down is like this hawk of a bird. Just, oh no, the token didn't take. Hold on. There's a token I made for this.
Do you need another sheet for Pocky, the younger and handsomer version?
No. Pocky's been the same the entire time. Pocky has not upgraded himself in a long time. Hold on. I'm uploading him. I'm making him cooler. He just looks cooler.
Ezekiel's standing there frantically waving at the sky, trying for the bird to come down.
I don't know how to whistle yet. There we go. Virus Pocket.
Majestic as shit. Love it.
who's a good little bird, and I'll give him some chicken like gizzards, and he'll just hawk him down. Well then, we all hope you all rested well. We're going to be going on a hunt for the next artifact soon.
Yeah, that is what we're here for. What? Of course, these.
Well, I'm glad we're all still on the same page. The tomb is not far from where we are. I hear it's mighty treacherous, full of dangers and treasure, of course, and artifacts that.
Not danger.
Oh, come on! You're fine. I believe in you. What's his name again? Galmir, come on. What's his? Who is this kid?
It's Farax. I'm not really too sure why he came with us, actually.
Actually, and speaking of Ezekiel, how did you hire Farax? Why did you hire Farax?
That's a good question. I'm trying to remember that myself. Look, Galmir, we picked up this kid in the last town, something like that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Was I drinking? Did I happen to be drinking at the time?
Wasn't he the kid that you offered soup to and he passed out and we just decided we were in a hurry to just bring
Was
him
that
with
drunk?
us?
Was that drunk? This sounds like drunk Ezekiel. Drunk Ezekiel does bring random people along quite a lot. I
don't remember,
grip
'cause I
when I'm
think-
drunk.
I think I was drunk too. I don't remember. I'm
shit.
sorry.
You can't. You were supposed to be the sober one. We can't both be drunk. If
Me?
we're both drunk.
No, that was you. It was your night. No, we assigned
no.
Pocky to this.
No.
No, we made Pocky do this.
Now, Farax.
We can't trust
Hearing
Pocky with
you?
anything. He's a mischievous.
Oh yeah,
look at him. And Pocky's just looking.
This conversation is fully happening in front of both of you. But as this conversation is happening, Farax, how did you actually get hired?
They told me that there would be no place safer than next to them when they were getting rowdy. So like Ferox having a low wisdom score and a low charisma score kind of fell for it. It's like, okay, well, if there's no place safer, then I have to stay with them.
Shit, did we not pay this kid?
I don't think so. Pocky was the one who was in charge of us that night.
Okay, let's not look a gift horse. We can. Hey, Barracks, no play for everything is going to be fine. We are professionals. We are professional treasure hunters, professional explorers, professional tomb raiders, if you will. We don't tend to use that term in public spaces, though. We tend to get kicked out of a lot of places by saying tomb raiders. But we do raid tombs, though. We do indeed do that. We do take things and we put them in places, ideally museums, but well, we huck them sometimes. We do huck them sometimes. But regardless, we are an adventuring troop, and your rewards will be grand, and there's much to learn.
Adventurers is the word that we've taken to use from the Midgardians. It tends to work out really well. So we are adventurers.
There's no good translation from Dwarvish to anyway, to adventurers. We're adventurers. Focus on tombs.
Okay. Sounds like it could be dangerous, but you guys look like you know how to handle yourself. And, I mean, if not you two, then Brenda looks like she could probably carry us all back home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of, is the same way with Ferox. Ezekiel, how did you hire Brenda?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw her across the way, and I sauntered on up, and she made me quite nervous. I kept talking, and she did not talk at all. And I just decided, part of the conversation, to offer her a job, because it seemed like that was the best way to come to a good conclusion for that conversation. And not really expecting her to take the job. She did take the job, and now she's here.
Now, Brenda, how accurate is that, or how did you really get hired?
Pretty close. I'm pretty sure that I saw him walking around looking kind of lost, and I was like, "Do you know Jotunheim?" And he was like, "Nope." And I was like, okay, cool, I'll come with you. So, like, pretty close to just being like, yep, they're coming along with me.
I'm a suave, silver-tongued man.
Winning over the ladies left and right.
Left and center.
Just like, I will help you not get lost if you give me coin. And that was how they...
Like, to be fair, I am still an old man. Like, Ezekiel is still an old man. This is an old man in midlife crisis mode, like, regathering his adventuring roots post-retirement. Like, he is an older man, but he is just not, like, an elderly man yet.
And to think, in only about maybe 5 or 6 more years before we meet Ezekiel in the main story, he becomes gray and is an old, senile man.
It comes at you quick.
Brent is actually only a few years behind you in that midlife crisis kind of stage of their life as well.
I age like a Japanese grandma, like my grandma. You know, it just hits like a truck. You're young, you're spry, and then bam, like 65 hits, and you're there.
I will keep that in mind when I am 65.
It could be 70, depends. All of a sudden, you're just like a foot shorter.
Well, it is cold, it is dark, and you have a temple to find.
It is that way, and I point to the general direction that I know it is, in a super helpful way. Like, I'm trying to earn my money as the local who knows where things are, but it's also just kind of like, yeah, it's in that vague direction in a super unhelpful, this is not the path kind of way.
Ezekiel, you want to roll me a history, my friend?
History. Oh. I'm good at that, right? I must be.
Can I offer
Sure.
assistance since it's been established that they've been here before as a pair?
Sure.
Cool. Roll with advantage.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
The advantage was you seeing Ezekiel rifling through his pouches and you being, no, that's the one you kept the map in.
Awesome.
And Ezekiel, you are able to pull out this very ragged-looking map. You were given it by, a dwarf who knew a dwarf who knew an elf who knew a dwarf. It is an old, tattered map that has no roads on it. It's just a blank map of Jotunheim and a single-looking dot on the map, like northbound, which seems to be the location you're needing to go.
All right. And I'm looking at it, and I rotate the map around a couple times. Ah, yes. I remember I put this little smudge mark here. I think it was barbecue sauce, of marking where we are. So we're here, and I'll point out the barbecue sauce mark. What? What'd you say?
It was blood. Not barbecue sauce. It was blood.
Brenda, I'll put that in my mouth.
Blood can be tasty.
Anyway.
Just
You told me.
think of your soup. Think of your soup. Think
You
of your
told me
soup.
that was. I put that in our soup. I put that in the soup this morning.
I thought it was a little extra irony this morning.
Oh, okay. Anyway, okay. So we start here at the Bar Blood, and we are just due south a couple leagues, a couple clicks, if the young, as the youngest call it, up north, and we'll find our way to the temple, tomb temple, whatever it may be, and we will begin our raiding, adventuring. We're rebranding, adventuring.
I do not have anything against raiding.
Good, but we're adventuring.
Right.
Okay.
We just in case anybody asks you, especially of a authoritarian and legal kind, we acquire these adventuring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at lying.
Facts. We're adventurous. You're telling the truth. In a way, you're telling the truth.
Lying is easy when you have a sword.
That is.
Okay.
Maybe we should just find you a sword. Do you have a sword, young?
I have a dagger.
It's like
He
a,
pulls
it's like a
out
small sword.
Yeah, it is like a small sword, isn't it?
It is. It is. I want you to keep that drawn and keep it pointed in front of you and ready.
Okay. What if I run? Should I keep it to the side?
I would be careful. Maybe point it down or something as you run in.
Okay.
Okay, good. Keep.
No, keep it in front of you, so that way if somebody gets in front of you, the knife meets them first.
That's true. That is true. That is true. What if we're the ones in front of him?
I mean, do
not
you really
stand in
think
front of the person with the sword?
that's true? But do you really think that we're gonna outrun that tiny guy?
I'm pretty spry. Hey, I'm pretty quick. Pretty quick.
It's
I shake, and you just hear the of the chainmail, and he goes, "I'm not."
It is very funny that this conversation between Ezekiel and Galmer is happening as, you know, except for Brenda, the giant from Jotunheim, you are a party of dwarves.
You're also small.
You all have the same stocky, small legs.
That's what drew me to Brenda in the first place. Anyway,
Can I just wear them all like little dwarfs, like as a backpack, and then like one under each arm?
You probably could.
right. Well, so who wants to lead the charge? I'm just kidding. It's gonna be. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to?
It can be you if you want. I
didn't mean to like step on your toes. Or
you start paying me whether I guide or not. You go.
I just didn't want to. Anyway, this way, and then I'll start. I'll start walking north.
Alright, Ezekiel just begins walking north, and I assume the rest of you follow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
It is dark out, as is the case of Jotunheim, so if you do not have dark vision, you probably want a light source. But
If I'm from here, is there any Jotunheim dark vision that exists? I can light a torch. I'm gonna light a torch.
Since okay, we are playing with loose rules. You are a giant from Jotunheim, despite using Goliath. Being accustomed to the fog and whatnot of Jotunheim, I'm going to give you a short dark vision.
Thank you.
She got to squint.
Yeah, you gotta squint a little bit, but you will get a short dark vision.
Well, I got plenty. The dwarves have no problem with dog vision. Sorry, Brenda. Do you need a light?
It would be good, but I can see.
I keep forgetting you're dark challenged.
I just do not have very good eyes.
All right,
I should probably get some glasses.
as you guys are moving along, you're
Ferrex, what the fuck?
spending a lot of time walking. Ferox draws a shield in his hand and eats it.
What the fuck, Ferrex?
Magic's
Just
fucking
a
weird.
habit.
Harry, you eating a shield?
It's a pretend shield. I'm just tracing the shape of a shield with my finger, and I'm throwing nothing into my mouth. But it's
Okay.
like I'm eating protection.
Okay, right.
Everyone
Okay.
give me a perception as you are having this conversation.
Galmer, I'm gonna need you to vet these kids. Like, we really need to get a vetting process for these people. We can't keep having kooky guys get into the party.
We really need to stop letting Pocky
Like,
be
these people-
our person
these
to take
people
care of
are-
us when we're drinking.
I am so sorry.
He's a
I
good-
meant perception.
He's a good boy, but I just don't think he has the maybe I think it's because he can't talk. He can't really talk, so
Perception from Mr. Younger Ezekiel.
I'm a little distracted.
Yeah, we're going back and forth on this. I'm like, this kid, this kid's weird.
This kid's wilding me out. I've seen some wild stuff, but he's pretending to eat a shield. What are we doing with these people?
I don't know if he's
Brenda,
gonna be okay.
you're the only one who can hear it through the winds and snow. You and feel it actually as you're kind of looking around. You can notice that the more you move forward and having this conversation, there is snow falling off of trees, shaking off rocks. You can see like ice. What's the one on the ground? Stalactites. Like ice stalactites shattering, and you could hear like a Tyrannosaurus Rex almost making water ripple. You feel like the ground shake the closer and closer you move forward. And you can hear shouting off in the distance. You can't understand what it is yet through the wind and fall and snow, but you do hear loud shouting off in the distance.
Galmir, can you turn off your vibrating spell?
My what?
The shaky spell. You know, the jittery spell. I don't really need that right now.
I don't have magic, dude. That's not me.
Oh, shit, is this the kid? Hey, kid, are you casting some kind of... And about that point, I guess I would notice that it's starting that there might be something.
Yes, and Brenda, I imagine you pointed out.
Oh yeah, I just point without saying anything.
Brenda, what's up?
What's the big lady pointing at?
I don't know. She does that. She tends to do that. Is that her expertise? Pointing? She a pointer?
I don't know. What are you pointing at?
The thing you are, you just go look at it. And I like point. I just keep pointing without any explanation of like, just look over there, man.
This is a real weird party.
Agreed.
If you all follow where she's pointing, you see. Well, first of all, who here speaks Giant?
Yo, what's up?
I do.
Nope.
Know thy enemy, if you know what I mean.
I am not your enemy.
Okay, so Ferrex, is that a yes to knowing Giant? Just yo, Tunheim.
It'd be a very funny no.
More like Notenheim.
Okay, so Brenda and
Ferrex, just stop trying to talk Giant. You're embarrassing yourself.
Brenda and Ezekiel, as you kind of begin moving closer and see where the point is, you see two Jotuns, two frost giants, locked in fisticuffs.
Oh shit!
Shouting obscenities at each other. In the middle of the pathway, and they are throwing fists. You see large fists connecting with each other. Blood, like this brackish blood spewing everywhere. One of them gets hit in the face, the other immediately follows up with a punch to the other one. And you can hear the shouting from the one at the top, from the first frost giant, who's essentially shouting something to the akin of between fists. How dare you come into my hall and besmirch my name? And between fists and getting punched in the face, the second giant shouts back, your name isn't worth the mud that you step on!
Ooh.
And they are just locked in fisticuffs as you are trying to make your way through.
Ooh. Damn.
Is there any chance that I know these people?
That's a good question.
Dad?
Roll me a history with advantage. You have... These are random ass frost giants. You have no idea.
It's too perfect.
Cool. Well, if they're random ass giants, can I go? I think we go and we break it up by knocking them both out. That seems like a great plan. Yes.
That does not sound like a great plan. This sounds like a terrible plan.
Can we just go around them I mean, they're fighting each other. If we don't get involved, we can just like scoot past them and keep going, right?
Yeah, and then we can also watch the fight, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm really interested in.
I am not against watching the fight, but I feel like going around is the coward's way.
As you guys are talking, the first giant, with his giant boot, a literal big boot, kicks the chest of the other giant and sends him on his back, flying right there.
Ooh,
Almost near all of you.
they are quite close now. Should we try joining in?
I still think we should go around. I don't see a reason to get in the middle of this. Unless one of them has a key to the temple, but I doubt it.
While you are not fighting, I am going to ask for initiative just to see how you handle this situation.
It didn't take, but I rolled a 3.
Okay. You rolled a 3. Love it. And I will roll for our giants. Is that Ezekiel's initiative at 21?
Yes, sorry, my mic was off.
Brenda, do you have initiative? A 8. Okay. Ezekiel, you are first.
Oh shit. Okay, Okay. I'm just gonna try and hide. I think. I'll cast Shalega on my little whacking club, and my little club is a little bit less gnarly than it would be in the future. But I'll cast Shalega on my club, and I will begin to sneak around the edge here.
Alright, do your movement and roll me a stealth.
All right. Pretty sure I'm not proficient in that. Fuck.
Alright, you begin moving. You know, you think you're maybe hidden behind a little rock, except you look out and can clearly see the giants are much taller than the rock.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, that's all from you. Ferox.
Ferox is gonna see this whole thing going on, and does it look like the top one is going to follow up, or is he waiting for the giant to get up?
With how turns work, because you know he wouldn't just be frozen in time there.
Yeah.
Give me an insight.
Okay. Insight. That's a 2. I need to turn off my advantage.
It's hard to tell the exact motives, but you can see him gearing up to begin approaching.
Okay. I think Ferox probably feels even smaller than usual, like next to these giants that are fighting back and forth, so I think he's just gonna hope that they completely ignore him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna take a dash action over this way and make sure that he is like way the heck out of tackle range.
Of course. Alright.
Damn, that game's fast.
Brenda.
I mean, is there any chance they haven't noticed us yet? With all of this skittering around in this general vicinity?
You want to give me a perception?
Sure. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, when in doubt, it's bonkin time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, like, with as little words and physicality as possible, try to communicate, like, you guys go, I'm gonna help join the distraction. And I think I'm just gonna go for this guy who's not down.
Okay. Well,
And I'm just gonna...
you'll have advantage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and hit with my sword.
You want to? I mean,
30,
that will
20?
hit. Do you want to roll again to see if you get well, yep.
See if that happens.
Oh my god!
And as is precedent, even in backstory games, you get a crit card.
Woo!
So if you want to drag that onto the field, or I can do so if you can't.
Brenda, what the fuck?
I am the distraction. I'm French now. Shit. God damn it.
We didn't need a distraction!
I can't drag it out. You will have to do it.
No, I also couldn't drag it out. Oh wait, maybe I can.
There we go. So we are doing the first one, Bloodied Nose, maximum damage.
Ooh.
So
Am
roll the attack. Let's see what we have here.
I should save my smites, right, guys?
I don't know!
This is up to you.
Is that what your character would do?
Yeah, would your character save it?
No, I don't think so.
Then go for it.
Oh no, not again! I'm about to lose more party members.
Okay,
Okay,
so from the
yeah.
slashing, it is 8 damage plus 4, and then we're gonna... So, okay, it's gonna be 8 twice because of brutal critical. Oh, no, okay, hold on. Yeah, it's gonna be 8 twice because brutal critical, plus 4 twice. So 8 twice, and then 4 twice, and then maximum of whatever smite you choose to do.
And just a regular first
Oh
level
my
smite
fucking
for an
god,
extra
no!
16 damage.
So, okay, so how much does your regular smite do?
It's 2d8.
2d8. Okay, so 4 8s and 2 4s. So that's 40 damage?
Yep.
So, describe to me, as you walk up to this knockdown frost giant, who's
Oh my
like
fucking
dazed,
God.
who's dazed from the kick, what does your smite look like as you just smash it onto his skull?
I think it's just like my sword is like vibrating with energy, and I think I just decapitate. I think that if that's possible.
Well, he's not dead.
I miss a little bit.
Yeah.
I go for the decapitation. That's what I'm going for.
You go for the decapitation. You maybe, get a bit into the neck of the frost giant, but it's still a frost giant, and so while there's going to be a gaping wound, he's still living.
Oh my fucking god, I can't believe you cut his beard!
Yeah, beard is gone.
Is
What
that
did you do?
Is that everything from... And Ezekiel has immediately ruined his stealth as he shouts out,
Oh yeah, for sure! I'm flipping out! I rolled a 7!
Yeah, I don't think I have a bonus action I can do. I think that's it.
Okay, the frost giant king-looking figure, which all of you would now notice who can see him, this upper frost giant who kicked the one in the chest seems to be more regal-like, if you will. And he begins walking up to the downed frost giant, and he sees all of you. He notices you all. He sees the one giant get smashed in the neck with a sword. Brenda, give me an insight check, please. 19.
Ooh.
You see that he looks directly at you, and almost with acknowledgement, as you hear him shout out, It was you who's beneath my boot! As he goes to pick him up and throw him. So I'm just going to use his Great Axe attack to pick him up to see if it hits. Oh, it does. So you see this frost giant, who's maybe, you know, a smidge taller than the one on the ground. You know, if the one on the ground is like, I don't know, let's say 14 feet tall, the one, you know, above him is about 15, 16 feet tall. And he grabs him by his leather straps. I'm gonna use the rock as the throw. And just chucks him. And I'm gonna pick a direction. So I'm gonna roll a d4. Yeah. You see him pick him up and chuck him into this tree back here. I'm gonna make him take more bludgeoning damage as he slams and just absolutely shatters the tree. And that's gonna be his turn as the regular frost giant is going to stand up. And he's gonna grab the tree that he just shattered with his body and throw it at the other frost giant. Which hits him dead in the center of his chest. He tries to grab it from the air, but the momentum of a quite literal tree trunk slams into him, nonetheless. And it almost shatters across the bodies of the giants. Like, you, Brenda and Galmir, you guys have to kind of shield yourself as, like, you know, table-sized splinters are being sent your way. As we go to Galmir.
Well, Galmir, realizing that, you know, they've basically been noticed, but the fighting is still continuing, he's just gonna give a shrug, and he's just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then action dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's basically just, like, walking around.
It is...
It's just not any care really given. He's just like, okay, and just gonna keep going, because he's just not gonna get involved in the fight.
It is rather appropriate, as the last time you had an encounter with frost giants with Ezekiel, you did have to cut your way out. Ezekiel.
Yep.
You just witnessed the most evil thing known to man and to dwarven kind. Brenda just cut off someone's beard.
Brenda! I thought you were talking about him being tossed.
Brenda! Brenda! Come on, let's go!
Is that your turn? Your turn is just telling me to hurry up?
Poker! I'm using my bonus action to have Pocky, like, peck you in the back a little bit, like, trying to grab your hair and pull you, and I will continue on.
You will take 1 point of damage. And you are just moving.
Yep. I'm getting the fuck out of there. I have my action 2, and I will dash over to be behind Ferrex.
Alright. Ferrex, you can't help but notice in your paranoid state, everyone's taking shield behind you.
You got this, boy!
What? Okay, well, I'm gonna look back to them and say, are we picking sides?
I think the side is picked if we're gonna pick a side. Otherwise, I would prefer the sides be not picked and we get the pick out of here.
Okay, but Brenda's still over there.
Yeah,
so...
I see that. I do see that.
Okay, I think Ferrex is gonna probably do some shenanigans here, but I think it's in character still. So As soon as Brenda comes over here, I would like to cast Druidcraft on the lesser frost giant, so that the snow that's falling starts to clump up around his eyes for just a moment, to at least give us the chance to hide
All
from
right.
him.
So you're gonna hold an action until Brenda gets closer.
Yes.
All right. Brenda.
So when it comes to taking sides, I have effectively already taken a side, and I'm not stupid to just fight the bigger guy when I've already made enemies of the guy whose beard I chopped off. So I'm going to walk my 30. Yeah, it's only 30 feet, right? Yeah, I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. I'm gonna walk my 30 feet over, like, here. Yeah. There-ish. Is he on the edge of what I can hit with a javelin?
What is
The
your
further
range?
Of a javelin? 30, 120.
He would be on the. Because he takes up this square still. Technically, he'd be on the 30 mark.
Yeah. He'd be on the 30 mark? Alright, well, I would like to just yeet a javelin at him, because
Okay.
YOLO.
Does that happen before or after? Because the trigger was Brenda gets closer, right?
Yeah. So it happens simultaneously.
Okay.
So you Druidcraft some more snow that begins piling up in the guy's helmet and rolling down his helmet, blocking his cover. Which actually, you know what, Brenda? Because his eyes are covered and he can't see it coming that much, I will give you advantage on the toss.
Heck yeah! Thank you!
There you go.
I'm gonna actually put javelin in my character sheet. Oh, I did! It's so smart. Look at me go.
Well, roll
advantage.
again in case you crit.
Not gonna crit again.
23
But
does hit, though.
23 does hit. For 5 hole piercing damage.
For 5 hole piercing. Hey, it does work.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Alright, the Frost Giant King walks up to the lesser Frost Giant, as we have said, and is going to I'm going to use his Great Axe attacks in place for punches, but he's going to swing twice with these large hits, which both hit. I'm just going to replace the damage. He's not going to do cold damage with his fists. I'm going to ignore that. Oh man, how do I want to do this?
Got him!
You guys see this taller Frost Giant, the one decked out in more regal garb. He grabs the helmet of the other Frost Giant, and first he headbutts him, and you see the Frost Giant like reel back a little bit, and then he rips the horn from the helmet of the Frost Giant and like palms it into his face as he falls to the ground dead. And you see the king put a boot on his chest. He's huffing and puffing, and he just looks down at this giant with disdain.
Is it as obvious as this token that the big guy is some guy in charge?
Oh,
Like, he looks like he's in charge of something, right?
oh
Like,
yes.
I know I rolled a 1. I know I rolled a 1 on knowing who these guys were, but like,
It is very obvious to you that he is he's wearing the garb of a frost giant. One could say king.
I'm gonna do the, like, you know, the kind of salute where it's like you put your fist to your shoulder and then kind of like nod. I'm gonna do that sort of salute to the king, like, yeah, I helped, and you are the person in charge by your looks.
He sees you do this salute, and you see him rip take the helmet from the other dead frost giant. He rips it off and he tosses it at your feet. I mean, it is, like 50 times your size.
Yeah.
But he still throws it towards you. And he turns and looks at you, and he doesn't even have to get like a square ahead of you because he's towering over you. And in giant, he says, and who is it today that joins me in fight?
Brenda Sigrid's daughter. Sir.
You are brave for one so small, child, to take on a Jotun. And you see, he has that look of recognition on you again, and he says, "What house do you hail from?"
What house do I hail from?
He's basically asking you, what giant family do you come from?
Yeah, I come from a giant family.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely do, and I don't have a name for who those would be. And I've been out of town a while. So I don't have an in-character response to that, but I would have one.
You know what?
I would.
Here we go. You ready? He
Yeah.
looks down at you, and as you're saying, we really don't have a family, he looks down at you and says, "Ah, so I've heard the exiles of Jotunheim are fierce fighters."
Perfect. Love it.
And you see him, he reaches into one of his large pockets, and he says, "For assisting a great Jarl in most honorable combat." And you see he hands you what is essentially to your size, like this, like giant, like flagon. And he's essentially giving you a potion of frost giant strength.
Oh yeah.
But it's not. It is not a potion bottle. It is like a giant. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he says, "Should you find yourself in the eastern parts of Jotunheim, you and your exiles must visit my hall. You are most welcome." And he turns and begins and grabs the arm of this giant and just begins dragging him through the snow until they are eventually off map.
I walk towards everybody, just like delicately wiping the blood off my sword and sheathing my sword, and just kind of like, okay, let's go. Like, without saying a word, just like, yep, we're good to go. That was cool, and I'm cool, and let's go move on.
Galmir just leans over to Ezekiel and says, I'm actually really glad that you grabbed her, because I'm glad that that's not hitting us."
Me too. She makes me feel safe.
Ezekiel, as you all talking to him, you see he's just, crouched back, using the bathroom. He's behind a tree, like, wait a minute.
Of course we catch him when he steps away.
My bad.
And he comes out. You see, he's just finished himself wiping with a leaf.
What I miss?
I helped kill the giant who was fighting the Jarl, and now we can move on.
Just like that? Oh damn!
Yeah.
Pretty good. I found him.
No. Sorry.
Ezekiel.
I found a bag of nuts in the forest. That's pretty cool.
Ezekiel, roll me your survival.
Survival, got it.
Let's see what comes of this. A 25. Okay, you've managed to find the one good leaf. You did not grab any of the needles. You did not grab any of the poison. You grabbed the one good leaf.
I know exactly what I'm doing. This is not my first rodeo out in the wild wastes.
It's not last time he grabbed the needles. He learned.
Well, so like my grandpappy said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 3,648 more times, shame on me. Anyway, who's ready to go? Who's ready for the real adventure? Going tomb hunting.
Let's go.
Killing giants a dime a dozen. I've done plenty in my past. Did I tell you about the time I killed the frost giant back in a long time ago?
I start pushing him towards the direction because he's
go.
like going on with the story. He's like, let's go.
Alright. As you all move on, Ezekiel, give me another survival with advantage as you follow the map. Or attempt to follow the map.
Oh shit! Gosh, the world is flat.
A 19. Do you want to see if you can get a nat 20 or you want to take the 19?
I'll roll.
You can get higher. That was just 14. Well,
I know what I'm doing.
more time passes. You can barely begin seeing the bright light of the morning begin to encroach, but it is still a cold darkness out as you begin to find what look like ruins within a temple. And you find the temple you are looking for. You can see almost a crystalline light shining from this temple as you approach. And this is what you see. As you approach the map that I've appropriately titled Church of the Giant. You can see in the distance there are people watching these entrances, and there's a very large and armored man seemingly kneeling at the altar to this temple.
I'll whisper to Galamir like, man, I gotta say, I am real glad I led us to the right place, because I did not... let's just say the map's not here anymore.
Did you use the map instead?
Yeah, of course I used the fucking map. Yeah, of course I used the map. What, you think I was gonna pick up a random leaf on the ground? No, I used the map.
I expected you to at least have an additional copy. Did you not have an additional copy?
Did you have an additional copy? No, I don't have an additional copy. I just used my brain. And look, it worked. Okay, we're fine. We're here.
I hope you can get us back then.
Just don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing.
Worried. Very worried.
Ezekiel, that leaf you used, was it the spare map?
Holy shit, Ferrix, you are real quiet. No, I didn't use no map. It's fine. We're done with the map. There's no need for a map anymore. I'm the map. I'm the map man. Okay, now. Where's Brenda? There's an armored man up ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, Brenda, hi. You see the armored man over there? You recognize that with your giant eyes?
I told you earlier I need glasses. But can I see if I recognize him?
Does she recognize him? The armored individual head?
It's very funny, as where Brenda's token is, she cannot see the armored man.
That one right there, over there. Brenda, you are dead staring at a wall. Move to the right a little bit.
I will take Brenda by her giant forearm and move her in front of Ezekiel and like kitty corner to me so she has a better view.
And as you are moved, you do see there seems to be, because you guys are not quiet, you notice, Brenda, that there are a pair of archers who do not have their bows knocked yet and are just watching you. And you see one of them like turn back and like whisper shout something to the armored man. But the armored man at this altar, he has a large sword at his side and is seemingly kneeling at this altar, does not seem bothered.
Do you think they can hear me eating my nuts?
Yeah. Should we try talking to them? Why are those nuts so crispy?
The rose rye.
You are a
He's
squirrel.
eating pine cones.
Right.
Ezekiel, what item are we here for? Maybe we can just ask him for it.
Okay. So,
You want to roll me a history?
if I remember correctly, there's a cross with a man on it. Wait, no, not that one. That's not it. Okay,
Okay, it's kind of crazy because within this setting, the Franks exist. And that
I'll take a gold cross with a guy on it. I'll take that.
But roll me a history either way.
Okay. I think I have a +2. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Ezekiel, considering you got the map from a dwarf who knew an elf who knew a dwarf, you think the knowledge of the artifact probably got muddled around the elf
It's like a game of telephone.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't want to tell your adventuring party this, but you're not really sure what is here.
I hear the details are a little muddy, but the truths weave their way through through the legends. The legend says that here lies an artifact of great power, potential, and of course value, which is why we are here. And we'll know when we see it. It has some kind of voice to it. It echoes to you. It calls to you. So if you feel anything like it, stop where your tracks and let me know. So then we'll get to it together. All right.
This sounds really clear.
Is it possible that the treasure is going to be the friends we made along the way?
Hell no. It is not going to be that. That happened last time. We were all pissed.
That was awful. That's why Ezekiel and I can't get away from each other for very long because of that stupid power.
You do know that's a curse, right? Like we are cursed. Dude, I don't think we can actually. I don't think we can actually separate from each other.
Something to those lines. Must always be friends.
We lost 3 people to find out friendship, the power of friendship.
It was really bad, but I've heard this spiel from him before. We're just gonna have to go look.
Okay.
No.
Is it possible that on our way up to the temple, I could have ritual casted comprehend languages?
Sure.
Okay. So, do you think we should introduce ourselves? I think they saw us.
I think we cannot avoid it now.
You should introduce us. I believe. Let's. I feel like, boy. I'll grab my shoulders. My boy. I feel like you haven't found your niche yet. You need to gain confidence. So, here's what I say. You go ahead and you be our foreman. You be a foreman. You introduce us and you let them know we're here for peace and prosperity. Brenda, you sneak around the back. Be ready to kick that. Brenda, be ready to kick that motherfucker's head in the instant that he looks away.
Okay, so Ferrex is gonna step out from around this corner and like kind of stand there like kind of awkwardly, and then he's gonna realize that he still has his dagger out, but he's gonna put it into his sheath, and then he's gonna just have both of his hands out to make sure that he has like negative checks and intimidation.
Mm-hmm. Of course. You see the archers now are still just like very clearly looking at your entire group.
I just gotta know, how sneaky are you? Because it is hilarious to me that I have intimidation and no sneak, and I've been told to sneak around the back.
Well, here's the thing. They all see that, like, the archers are directly staring at you. Like, you look up after hearing Ezekiel say, hey, you sneak around the back, and you see one of the archers are just looking at you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna sneak around the back effectively, but I'm gonna start to try.
So Ferrex is gonna say, hello, we are adventurers, and we come here in peace.
I didn't tell him to say peace. Did you
Do
tell him to say peace?
understand me?
No. He's vamping. I think that's what they call it. They call it vamping. Let's them hear it out.
Okay.
Do I need to speak up? I've been told I'm very soft-spoken.
The instant one of them dies, we leave.
You hear a voice from the armored man, without turning around, saying, peace is unlikely, but perhaps you could approach with your entire group so I may know your intentions before going further.
Okay. Is he talking to us, or does he think there's only two of us here?
I'm pretty sure he knows we're here.
Alright, well, I feel like this is gonna be like that time in the caves of Moldrog. You remember that?
Yalmir, roll me a D100.
Okay.
What the
Do I
fuck is
remember?
this guy talking about?
No.
I don't think
don't remember that.
You probably weren't even hired for this. What is this, another job he's talking about?
You were there
Those guys died
you were
too.
there. You were absolutely. You were for sure there. You were at the caves of Moldrog. We were at there. I was distracting them. There's like the crazy mage man had his hands out. He's doing spooky stuff. He's trying to rise the dead. You were there for that. You were like, I consecrate you, demon. Stop bringing it in.
I don't do magic.
Okay, fine. Okay, we'll all move up. Keep the kids in front, and we'll just vibe this out. We'll vibe this out. Just make sure not to stay in too tight of a group. I don't want to get hit by no area of effect spells. I want to fireball again.
Ezekiel, I hate to ruin your little get together, but the acoustics of this temple kind of make it so that your conversation reverberates throughout the entire room.
As he says that, you just hear room.
Oh my god, it's the meme from the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
Everything I said, they just heard.
And now they're hearing me speak to the microphone. Okay.
Microphone, phone.
Okay. Let's get up there. All right.
Let's go.
All right. I'll cast your leg on myself, and we will go.
This is really embarrassing. Sing. Yeah. As you begin approaching, you see the armored man stand up, grab this sword from the side of the altar and just like place it on his shoulder.
Hold now, buddy. Hold up.
And he is walking forward.
Hold up.
with one arm out, kind of gesturing towards you all, and says, "Fellow travelers, what brings you to the Temple of the Jotun?"
Theoden. Do I recognize the name Theoden?
The Jotun or Theoden?
Not Theoden, king. The Jotun.
Oh,
Jotun.
Do I recognize that name? The Jotun?
The Jotun? Like the people of Jotunheim?
I don't think, as much as I want to give into it, I don't think Ezekiel's that dumb. You would know the Jotun are another word, for the people of Jotunheim, the Frost Giants.
Okay, I just didn't know if it meant like the Jotun, like the one, you know what I mean, like.
And the man in the armor would say, "Not many know of this place, so I'm interested to know how you found it, how you followed the path."
As he's getting closer, can we tell what race he is? Is he Midgardian?
Give me a perception.
Eight.
It's hard to tell behind the armor and the many tattoos on his face, but he's definitely not of dwarven size.
That's not a dwarf. I know that much.
You know what? I could tell. I think I could tell that one. We followed the holy path, my brother in Jotun. We are followers. We are pilgrims. We are here to pay our respects and observe the beauty and wonder of this temple.
Give me a deception.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say that. Thank God! Oh, thank Christ!
Okay. Let's see here. He seems... At most, he seems to be humoring you. It's less so that he fully believes what you're saying, and more so he's still listening to what you're saying, and is humoring the conversation. Because on the flip side of the traveler, which is his name, and what he knows, you do not have the look of a fellow traveler, and so while he doesn't entirely believe your speech, he is still humoring it.
We have just somehow happened upon this, and our fortunes seem to be turning. May we approach the altar, O guardian of the altar?
And as you say that, everyone give me a perception. Perception, not the dwarven strong suit. Let's see if Ezekiel can perceive.
Speak
One
for yourselves.
Ezekiel, how appropriate that it is only you who can see what is beyond the man at the altar. But a large set of interlocked and almost like there's an energy emanating from them, a large set of chains upon the altar.
Huh. Chains, that's a unique one. I haven't seen those in a while. Or I haven't seen something like that before. May we approach the altar, oh altar guardian?
I think this temple is as far as you go.
By that, do you mean like we need to turn around and find another way around, or this is the wrong temple? Maybe this is the wrong temple. This might be the wrong temple, guys. Guys, I told you, this might be the wrong temple.
No, I told you this was the temple that you were looking for. I did not lead you astray.
Brenda, I'm pretty sure you might be direction challenged. I just don't think this is the temple that we're looking for. I think this is not the temple we want to end up in.
You do not bear the marks of a fellow traveler.
About fellow, what? Who now?
And you see he takes his sword and like swings it through the snow, almost dragging it, and then points it towards your group and says, "This temple is as far as you go."
Is that loud music?
And we shall
Why did the ambiance suddenly change?
roll
What?
initiative.
What the hell's a health bar? The Traveler!
I got a 3 again!
Oh my god. You and your poor threes.
Damn,
Oh, Ezekiel got a 3.
Hey, welcome to the 3 club, buddy. I have a 0 dex. I'm pretty sure you go before me.
I don't want to be here!
I do.
Good, get him.
Let me throw Ezekiel up here with another 3.
Only 2 smites left.
Alright,
What am I supposed to do with only 2 smites?
Whoops, I
Alright,
forgot to edit
Alright,
this
plan B,
guy's name.
Alright,
Whoopsie.
plan B, everyone! Brenda, do what you did to the giant!
Alright, archer number 1 is going to fire an arrow at Brenda.
Valid. I am big and in front.
Does an 8 does not hit.
It sure does not.
Brenda.
I like barely moved my shield to block the arrow, and then I take out my sword, and then I go, hold up, am I actually close enough to reach anybody with my sword? Well, I can get to this guy. So, that's what we'll do.
Alright.
And it's bonk time.
That misses.
I did not think it was going to be any different. I think I don't think I have any bonus action.
Alright, the
At level
other
3.
archer is going to take aim at Ezekiel and fire an arrow for a 9.
I duck out of the way! Ah!
The traveler, with his sword in 2 hands, is going to swing at Brenda for a 15.
That does not hit.
And just, you are able to block it out of the way, and you hear him shout this command towards one of his archers, and he's gonna have, as a reaction, this guy here fire an arrow at you as well, Brenda.
How dare.
For a 13, which misses.
Does not hit.
Barracks.
No, can't touch this.
Barracks is gonna say, no, my safe space! And he's gonna chase after Brenda, and he's gonna cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level.
Ooh, okay. Get yourself some temp HP and damage who damage you.
Yes.
Alright, running towards your safe space, casting Armor of Agathis, Ezekiel.
Okay, let's see here. Shit, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Pocky, go get him! I'm gonna make Pocky move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think he has 30 feet of movement. Let me double check that.
He do be a bird.
Bird. He do be a bird. Yes, 60 feet! Oh shit, he's getting there. I'm gonna have him immediately attack this archer.
Okay. That hits.
Alright, sick. For eight slashing damage.
8
Holy
slashing. All right.
And he's gonna fly away. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take out my bow and arrow. I'm gonna lazily knock an arrow. I'm gonna cast ensnaring strike. I'm gonna attempt to hit this guy.
The traveler.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
15.
That will just dash off his armor.
Fuck! God! Shit! I only got a couple of those. Okay, well, then that's it. I'm fucking ducking behind here, calling it a day.
Galmir.
Alrighty. Galmir is gonna make a break for it. He can move 30 feet up to here, and as he's running, you just hear the footsteps get heavier and heavier as he uses his Duergar ability and enlarges as he's running towards this guy.
Yeah.
So, yes, exactly. That is an action in my movement. I do not have a bonus action at this point, but I have pulled out my maul, and that is the end of my turn.
All right. Okay. The first archer is going to back up a bit after being attacked by a bird, and is actually going to try and take aim at the bird.
No, Pocky!
For an 18 to hit Pocky.
That hit.
For unknown damage. What happened here?
No damage.
No damage. It doesn't do anything.
Epic
Alright,
dodge.
I'll just I'll do that. 8 damage to Pocky as the arrow nicks him. Brenda.
I mean, what do you guys think? Is it better to try to fear these people or get an extra smite?
How do you want to do damages?
I mean,
The
I
real
want to
question.
scare them and do damage, but I'm gonna use my channel divinity to do. Wait, are they're within 30 feet of me now, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do my channel divinity to do conquering presence.
Okay.
So I can force each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet of me to make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, they are frightened of me for a minute.
Ah, okay. We'll do the 2 archers, wisdom saves. 19 from the first, 17 from the second.
Oh, those both save. This is very upsetting.
And then the traveler gets a 4.
Oh, well, the travelers are feared of me.
The traveler is scared.
That's my entire turn though, because that was my
Alright.
action.
This archer is also going to back up a little bit and try and take a shot at the new enlarged Galmir for a nat 20.
God damn it, that hit.
And unknown damage. Okay. So 10 plus 6.
Okay. Still standing.
It is
Hurt, but still standing.
It is the captain's turn, and the arrow manages to make its way through your armor. The traveler is going to, with his 2 swings at disadvantage, try and swing onto you, Brenda.
How dare!
So an 18
That doesn't hit.
and
no,
natural 1.
No.
He is just, you are just blocking hit after hit.
I have a sword, and a shield, and I use that to block all the things.
Ferrex, your turn.
Alright, I think Barracks is gonna say, "Oh, my save space is kind of scary," and he's gonna cast Blade Ward,
Okay.
and he's gonna go 5. So yeah, he's gonna go from here to here, and then he's gonna go over here and see if he can provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Alright. The Traveler will attempt to swing on you. I believe because, yeah, he's afeared of Brenda, and you're in line of sight, so there will be disadvantage. A 9.
That does not hit, which is perfectly fine with me.
So he swings and just misses, hitting the snow.
And then I'm gonna situate myself right here in front of this guy.
Okay. Alright, if that's your go, Ezekiel.
Okay. Pocky is hurt. Pocky is not doing good. Pocky, no! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm going to... fuck me. I'm gonna try again. 5, 10, 15... 20, 25. I'm gonna use my action with my Shulalega. I'm gonna come up with my fucking club. I'm gonna club this motherfucker in the knee, hopefully. Fuck!
So it's you club him in the knee, but
Wait. Do I have flanking? I am flanking him.
you would not. Not from that square.
Can I move one up? Can I gain flanking?
If you have the movement,
I do.
I will
have
allow
5 feet
it.
left.
So
okay, can I
reroll.
please, thank God. It's just not
Get him, get him.
25!
Wow. Okay. So Shillelagh, is this bludgeoning or magical?
This is actually magical. It makes the magic damage.
Okay. So I've dealt you a card. If you would like to drag it out.
Okay. Holy shit.
I don't think we've had a magical crit. Or no, we did. We have.
Can I draw it out? Why can't I draw it?
You should be able to click and drag.
Oh, one of these guys. Okay, I see.
Oh, nope, the card.
Oh, that's what I thought. But I was not dragon. It is not dragon.
If you
It's not a dragon.
you're clicking on the card, does it open a little box?
It opens a box with a bunch of... Oh, there it is. There we are. Okay,
Alright,
there
magical damage. Triple damage.
Triple damage! Holy shit!
Bombardment. So roll your damage and then triple it.
Oh, and then I also have... sorry. Hold on. It says doing ensnaring strike, so ensnaring strike might do something different. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack. Oh no, it does the damage too. Alright, sweet. Okay, so, sweet. Okay, so yeah, triple the damage. Yeah, it just makes my attack, my damage magic, so it's just the club. Tripled. Shit. Okay. Rolled. Roll, please. Do you just want me to roll 1 dice and then we double it, or?
Or you can roll everything.
Sure, I'll take. Roll 2d. It's just 2.
Yeah, actually, so roll the 1 dice and then whatever your damage modifier is.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So that is that.
Okay, so, all right.
And then he will need to make...
Alright, 23 points of damage.
Hell yeah! Got him right in the fucking kneecap. He needs to... a mass of thorny vines emit immediately from his kneecap. trying to grapple him. I need him to go ahead and make for me a strength saving throw.
19.
Okay, well, that didn't work. Okay, Pocket, get him! And I'm gonna have Pocky come up and attack the archer again.
Alright. Let's see, Pocky. Hits.
Hell yeah! Pocky, take him down! 9 slashing!
9 slashing. Alright. If that is all from you...
Pocky's gonna fuck off over here.
Alright.
And that's it.
Galmir.
Alrighty, well, I was gonna go after this guy, but then this guy shot me. So, stomp. Stomp. I'm gonna take a swing at this guy.
All right.
That's a 9 to try to hit him.
He is able to jump out of the way of this swing.
You know what? Action surge.
Oh shit.
12.
That hits.
Awesome.
He dodges the first one, but doesn't see the second coming.
Perfect. So there's that. So there's that roll. My large... It's a 1. I am a great weapons master, and I'm using a 2-handed weapon, so I get to re-roll 1s and 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Turn that into a 3. And then I'm also gonna... This is something that Ezekiel's dealt with, which is probably why Ezekiel's used to being like, Galmir, you do magic, because he is going to use a psychic ability and add a psi die on top of that.
Ooh.
Which should roll. Nope. Just manual roll then. So it's going to be this plus 3. I get to re-roll that. So an additional 8 points of damage.
Alright. How does this manifest? Does like your maul does the maul head like glow as it strikes the archer?
Yeah, it glows like a really vibrant blue, and it matches his it's like a lighter version of his blue Duergar skin tone, and his eyes also light up blue. And he just brings down this maul and just like cracks it on this guy.
Sick. You sent this guy reeling. You don't understand how he's still standing, but he is. As we go to this archer's turn, who's going to drop his longbow and pull out a sword and try and strike Ferrex. 16?
16 will hit.
That is an unknown damage for, I don't know why these damage rolls aren't going, but here we go. 6 points of damage.
Have to 3 because of Blade Ward, which
Yep.
gives me resistance to stuff. So 3 damage to my Arcane Ward, and then he takes 10.
He takes 10. How does it blast back on him?
He tries to swing on me, but just as it's about to hit me, you see like this like Sub-Zero style like ice clone kind of shoot forward and encapsulate his arm and freeze him.
And as it freezes, you do see he's not the smartest. He does break out of the freeze as he does try and come in with another swing for a 22.
Ooh, that also hits.
For an unknown damage. Love that. I was hoping that one would work. Not 1d56. That's too much. 1d6, please.
I mean, it could also be very low on a D56. You could roll a 2 still.
Well, it wouldn't. That's 4 damage reduced to 2.
Yes. And then another 10.
And like he was within the momentum, he was going for his 2 swings, not realizing what hit him. This archer dies. Brenda, your turn.
It's bonking time.
With advantage.
Woo.
A 17 just hits.
Oh, I wanted to smite, and I clicked the thing before I said it, and it was too late.
Well, you can smite.
Okay, smite? I assume
Smite.
12 damage isn't enough to kill him, but
Well,
it doesn't matter either way.
If you're gonna smite, you can smite.
2d8.
For the love of all this holy
22
smite!
damage.
How do you kill the traveler?
I think I just, look into his scared eyes and just, stab him through the heart and be like, yeah, you should be afraid.
Alright, you just stab him through the heart. Ezekiel, you barely dodge this blade as it punctures the heavy metal, and this blood spurt splatters all over you. And you see the traveler sink down, his sword drop. Galmir, can you roll me a straight strength?
Sure. Let's see if I can get it to roll. It doesn't look like I can, so I will do it manually. And I have advantage on strength checks.
Alright, so roll me your strength. 15.
15 plus 3, so 18 total.
Okay, because here's what we're gonna do. The archer would try and run away on his turn. You are able to grab him, and how do you kill him?
I just turn with I pluck him up by the back of his neck, seeing him run, and I just turn with a vengeance, and I throw him against the pillar that's to my left. So basically, I just make a big old spin and just like smash him like a fucking fly against that pillar.
And he just you all hear the sickening crunch of his spine as he just cracks against the pillar, leaving a quiet amongst the temple.
Whew.
That was
Well,
scary.
good job, everyone. That was. I gotta say, that was well done. That was well performed.
I would like to unceremoniously begin to loot the traveler.
Oh, okay, just getting right to it. That blood is hot. That blood is real warm. I'm gonna go ahead and look over towards the table, the altar, without these chains, and I'm gonna start walking over, Indiana Jones style. I'll bring out like a little sack of beans.
And of course, you have so many beans from making soup.
As you're walking forward, Ezekiel, you begin to feel this pounding within your head.
Ooh.
You begin to almost go tunnel vision on the chains. And almost against your will, you can feel yourself reaching out, wanting to grab the chains.
Those are unique.
And you
What do
can
they have, some kind
either roll me a wisdom saving throw or choose to fail it.
As I'm starting to be pulled in, I'll give it a whirl of a saving throw.
Ugh. 21. Oh. You are able to stop this. Your head is still pounding. You still feel this drawing to the chains, but you're able to grab your hand back for a second. And you think, did I want to do that? And it's almost your vision is almost vibrating looking at these chains.
I'll think for a second, and I'll peek back at everyone else, and I'll just be like, "What are you, curiously?" And I'll go ahead and cast with my last spell, detect magic on it. What kind of ping back do I get?
You get something very powerful.
Oh.
This is old magic.
Old magic.
This is magic that could change the course of your adventures. This is magic that you can't help but think that, maybe if I just had this, I wouldn't need to be robbing tombs. But as you think that with your 21, you're also thinking, no, why am I thinking this?
I should really have Ferrex touch these, but, well...
And it's almost like, and as you do look behind you, it is almost as if everything has gone into slow motion. Ferrex, you are approaching. To you are moving to, detect these chains, but Ezekiel, you can see Ferrex approaching, but everything is like zoomed out and is slow.
As I look away, I see Ferrex approaching slowly. I'm like, huh. And I look back and my hand is already on the chain. I'm like, oh.
And as your hand is on the chain, and you could hear Ferrex shouting towards you in a far off distance, it's almost as if you do this like zoom into the chains and to zoom out, brings us to the start screen, which is now
Womp,
the
womp,
end
womp.
screen for this session of
Womp,
backstory.
womp.
Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun! Is this how Ezekiel gets his white hair?
Quite perhaps. And come next session of our regularly scheduled programming, we will all find ourselves walking to the food halls of Asgard as Ezekiel has just finished telling a story of his adventures on Jotunheim.
Yeah, I was quite dastardly, devilishly handsome.
But until we are able to tell that tale, we have told one of a very interesting beginnings here. But as we end, we shall say goodbye to YouTube, I believe.
Goodbye, YouTube. Thanks for showing.
Goodbye, YouTube. As always, goodbye and stay sweet, and see you along the journey to Ragnarok.